Okay, well, it's awesome that I have Pat Woodcock joining me. He's one of the co-founders of the Elite Performance Academy, training everyone from the boot camps in the morning to the elite athletes that are trying to make it into the NFL. But what I love about you and the work that you do is that everyone's got a base point. And the exercises that we're going to do are things that you do with your clients, but based on beginner, intermediate, advanced levels.
Of course. I mean, part of our job as coaches and as trainers is to meet our client where they're at, and we can't just take a single exercise and expect to apply it to everybody because everybody's not there. So you got to be able to regress the exercise and then progress it as they get better and better at it.
This is a warm-up that you do with a lot of people?
Yeah, so this is a warm-up. So I mean, typically people spend all day sitting down, and so before we start to train, we want to wake up the glutes because they've been sat on for so long that they're just put to sleep. They're not going to do any work, and that can lead to some low back pain. So we're just going to start laying down, and the first progression is very simple. You're just going to pull the heels in tight and push with the heels and just squeezing the glutes at the top and coming back down. So it's a very simple movement, but it does kind of cue the glutes to wake up and make sure that they're going to do their job. The important part of this one is not to overarch the back, because that means the back is doing more work than the glutes, and that's what we're trying to prevent already.
Okay.
All right, so that's the easy one. Okay, the next progression is we're going to put a band around the knees. You get the hard band, I get the easy band.
Yeah, I realize that, by the way.
So just up around the knees. So what this is going to do now is bring in more glute. Okay, so there's glutes in the back and then the glutes and glute med on the side. So what we want to do is push out the knees against the band and then perform that same motion. So what you're going to do is you're going to get an extra squeeze on the outside of the hip to further activate the glutes and continue to protect the back.
So this would be an intermediate way of looking at it.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
And then the final progression is just to keep that exact same position, but now you're going to take one leg off the ground and do that same hip lift one leg at a time.
Oh boy.
And yeah, now you can feel that definitely in the glute and right down into the upper hamstring. And then you can do 5 or 10 reps and then switch over.
Just got a Charlie horse. That pretty much, that happened pretty quickly. Okay.
So, yeah, so clearly this is, I mean, a little bit more of an advanced movement in terms of getting the glutes warmed up and ready to go.
We got everyone moving. That's great. Awesome.